Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the More Than a Career podcast, the show about who people are and not necessarily what they do. I'm your host, Greg Taylor from Marketing Press, and today we have a special guest. We have Clintus McGintus, who is a YouTube personality and a daily vlogger. I've known Clintus for a little while now and find it really interesting how he's gotten into vlogging, how he got the whole family into it, and he might be a little bit different of a guest because he actually is what his job is, and he is who his job is to some extent, only because he's a daily vlogger and he captures his whole life and puts it up there on YouTube for his subscribers and for everyone to see. So here is my interview with Clintus McGintus. So my guest today is Clintus McGintus, and I've known Clintus for a couple of years now through Arizona, through different circles, and I've had a chance to hang out with him a bunch. So I thought he'd be a really good guest because he's like in a different category a little bit than our typical guest because what he does really is his life. So, Clintus, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
So, tell us a little bit about exactly what you do professionally.
Well, as of December 19th,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, as of December 19th, 2014. I am a quote-unquote full-time YouTuber. Basically, my wife and my 2 children and I document our life every day, and I share it with the world via YouTube. And I have a video background, so I went to school for video production. I know how to edit, and I worked on a few movies and music videos and productions and whatnot and back in the past. So I take pride in the editing portion of that. So it's kind of a documentary style. There's a lot of video bloggers, there's a lot of family bloggers out there. I try to pride myself to be a little bit different in the fact that I try to make it more like almost like you're watching a documentary movie.
Right, and I love that. I'm a huge documentary fan. Like I wouldn't say I'm a film buff, but I love documentaries. I watched a documentary yesterday on Nas, the making of Illmatic, and
wow.
It was phenomenal. I was like, and now by watching that, like I've always liked Nas, but now I'm like even a bigger Nas fan. You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like I'm there with him, and it has to be sort of the same for your audience, you know, how they connect with you on a totally different level than just, you know, somebody like myself putting out, you know, marketing videos and like how to, you know, WordPress tips.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because my content, you know, is my life, and again, what I try to be a little different is kind of, you know, the Gary Vaynerchuk mythology of providing value. And so I don't just produce vlogs, right? I try to reply to every comment, which is getting really hard nowadays because a video can easily get 200-300 comments in the first day. But I try to reply to every comment. I do live chats where I do a live stream and I answer Q&As in real time, and just try to think of the videos not as just like I'm just throwing stuff out there and then I walk away for the day, but like it's a constant stream, a constant conversation with me and our audience.
Right. So how did you get? So were the kids and the wife receptive in the beginning to be part of this vlog? You know, because I've seen. I mean, keeping up with your vlog, it's like is it like 1,100 days?
Yeah. Today, which means tomorrow's video will be day 1020. So 1,020 days in a row.
That's incredible. I mean, like that's like a Cal Ripken type of streak, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's families, there's people that have been doing it for 4 or 5 years. So I'm definitely not there at that caliber. I mean, Charles Trippy from CTFXC holds the Guinness Book of World Record for longest consecutive, you know, video blogs.
That's amazing. So was it hard to get the wife and the kids to sign on?
Yeah, so I have created my YouTube channel in 2006, and again, I did that to showcase my movie trailers, my music videos, my production work, like because instantly you upload a video, you get a view counter, right? And you got back then they had the 5-star rating on YouTube, and so you got ratings, you got comments, and I'm like, this is awesome because I remember my film that I made, I mailed out like 50 copies. And I got 2 responses back. I got one, like a lowball offer. They wanted to buy it, which I wish I took it. Me and my partners, we denied. But and then we got another one saying, "Hey, thanks, but here's a couple pointers, right, with some critiques." Right. And that was it. So the other 53 people, I have no idea if they even watched the film. And so YouTube was great because I could upload something and get instant feedback and actually physically see someone watched it. So that's how YouTube started. And then in 2007, my homepage was Pop URLs. I think it was popurls.com. It was basically an aggregate site of all the different news sites, and YouTube was one of them. And I kept seeing every day this bald-headed guy with these black, thick glasses on the YouTube strip. And I'm like, who is this guy? Because obviously he's got 3 or 4 videos that are popular.
Right.
So one day I clicked on his video, and it was literally this. It was him in front of his laptop talking to the webcam, and he was just talking about his day, or he was talking about something on his mind. And I must have sat there and watched like 10 of his videos, all like 5 to 10 minutes apiece. And granted, this is 2007, where it was cat videos and guys racking their balls on a skateboard, you know, trying to grind on a skateboard.
Right.
So to sit there for 5 minutes and listen to a guy talk, I'm like, what is this? And he said the word video blog at one point. And so I did a quick Google search for video blog and found all these other people video blogging, which basically at the time was recording a video and putting it on their WordPress blog instead of typing a blog, which I had a blog at the time, and I was like, I hate typing. I hate that.
Right.
So that's how I started video blogging. I was like, I'd much rather talk than write. And so the first couple of videos were just me in front of my big, huge XL2 movie camera, you know, vlogging. And then the 3rd or 4th video, I brought my daughter in. She was 2 at the time, and she just eats macaroni and cheese. She just eats macaroni and cheese. I'm like, hey, this is my daughter. I want to introduce you to my daughter. And, you know, that video got a lot more views than just regular one because it's a cute kid, right? Again, they're looking for cute, funny stuff. And that's kind of how it started. My son wasn't born yet, and my wife didn't want to be on camera for the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And so from 2007 to 2010, 2011, I don't know where I started, but it was just life moments. So my son being born is on YouTube, minus the graphical part. It's the whole night of. My daughter riding her bike with no training wheels, Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays. It was just life moments, right? So on any given week, I might have posted 2 videos a week. Other weeks, I might post 3 or 4 because more stuff was happening. But it wasn't until 2012, or was 15, right? So 2013, we decided to go daily. And so it was April 2012. I lost track of time. This is gonna be 3 years.
Like 1,000 days ago.
yeah. So almost 3 years ago. So anyway, whatever that was, I said, you know, I kind of want to go for this daily thing because by saying you're a daily vlogger, to say you make daily videos, it gives that perception that in that audience they know to come back every day for a new video.
Absolutely.
And if I skip a day, no big deal. He'll have one tomorrow, right? Whereas the people who produce 1 or 2 videos a week, you only get 1 or 2 videos a week, so you have to watch it. You don't make sure you don't miss it, and you're like yearning for more. Whereas I'm pumping out so much content that I don't expect everyone to watch every day. And so it was until about the first year of daily vlogging when my wife finally saw the growth and saw the response and started to see a little bit of money, where she was like, oh wow, okay, you got something going on here. What can I do? Because I can't edit and I don't know the computer stuff. And I was like, you know what? Here's a camera. I have 2 cameras. Here's another camera. Just shoot a couple clips while I'm at work, right? Give me something, because while I'm at work, I'm for 9 hours. I'm not shooting any video. So if you can get a couple clips of the kids, give me something to pepper in there.
The things that I'm missing while I'm in the office.
Exactly. And then I don't know, man. It was like 3 months after that. One day I'm editing the video, and all of a sudden her face shows up on camera, and she's talking to the camera, and I was like, whoa! Like, holy crap! She just video blogged, like legit.
Right.
And so that was amazing. And then it, you know, it was sporadic every once in a while, mostly with the kids. Like she'd turn the camera to her and the kids, you know. And now she's a pro. Now, I mean, she still doesn't do it nearly as much as I do. My kids are actually better than her. My daughter will pick up a camera and just vlog, and it's just like, yes.
So the other night I was working on some show stuff here, and I had your live chat, your YouTube stream up, and I saw your daughter. She was like FaceTiming a friend from the iPad, and your son was in the back playing Minecraft or something, you know, whatever kids play, right? And it was just cool. It was just like a whole family kind of moment and thing. Do you ever have, and I also like, you know, monitoring the comment stream, looking at it, and it's like, oh, well, you know, tell your daughter, is it Sierra or Sierra? Sierra. Tell Sierra that so-and-so says hello. And I was like, whoa, wait a second here. There's like, you know, like, there's no layers here. You know what I mean? Like, I know like a lot of parents, you know, there's a lot of safety concerns, and as there should be, and I'm sure that you take the appropriate safety concern measures. But at the same time, do you ever feel like, okay, this might be a little bit too far and too out there?
Yeah, no, I get that question a lot, especially with like you know, family friends and real life friends that don't really get the YouTube thing. Because first and foremost, our target demographic, and it's not necessarily I'm targeting them, that's the way it's
They're
happening.
drawn to you.
Right, it's kids, right?
Yeah.
To 10, 12, 13, that's my demographic. That's my most engaged audience members. And then I've got like moms and dads and other YouTubers, other families.
Right.
So first and foremost, it's kids. And so a lot of the content and a lot of engagement that I get are from kids, which is not harmful, right? If anything, it's a lot of, hey, look at me, hey, you know. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel bad because I try to, you know, okay, I see you, buddy, I see you, kind of thing. Right. But no, yeah. So first and foremost, I control the YouTube, and I am, I'm the one engaging with the audience. I'm the one kind of setting the parameters, and I'm sorry, my dog's going crazy.
That's all right. It's life, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I control the YouTube. So I filter everything that comes our way towards my kids, and I get a lot of requests for, you know, can I have, you know, Sierra's FaceTime or her email? You know, does she have Instagram or Snapchat? You know, these services, these social services and whatnot. And you know, and my basic answer is no on everything. Right. She does have a few of those accounts, but they're private. You know, she's 10, so legally I don't even think she's supposed to have an account until she's 13 on half these services and sites. But I let her have it. You know, she got an iPad for Christmas. It was kind of her thank you gift for making the gaming videos, because she does amazing work on the Minecraft videos, and they make money. So I'm like, here you go. Here's a $400 iPad. Thank you very much. 2014 was awesome.
That's a good return on the investment.
Totally. And that's my justification for buying a $400 iPad for a 10-year-old. Everyone's like, dude, you got an iPad mini, really? I'm like, dude, have you seen her videos?
That's right.
Do you want
to see her analytics?
Yes. One of her videos are like made like $200. I'm like, she's made the money. Trust me.
That's right.
But anyways,
and it sure beats raking leaves.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I filter everything that comes from the kids, and obviously we don't talk about their school or show their school. Now, granted, here's the other thing too. Again, I've been doing this for a long time, and if you go back and you look at my older videos, you're gonna find a hodgepodge of stuff that's not my current content. So. Currently, I don't swear. There's no swearing. It's all PG. Not only because it's good for the kids that are watching, but it's also good for the brands that want to work with me. Right? It has to be brand-friendly content. Right. So for 1,020 days, it's been PG. Not even, I don't know, G. I guess I don't know. Right. But it's been family-friendly content. Prior to that, you're going to hear me say F-bombs. You're going to maybe hear inappropriate things.
Well, then there is the infamous lottery ticket bicycle video.
Yes, yeah. Where I fell, I crashed on my bike. I saved myself, but it was just the epic video. Yeah, and so the same thing goes with like personal information, right? I've shot tons of video outside of our home, and though my address and my street address is never shown, if you wanted to piece the pieces together, you could probably figure out where I live. Right. Obviously my daughter's first day of kindergarten, her first day of school ever, was like a big moment. We vlogged the whole thing. I'm sure if we go back and look, the school name is somewhere in the background. Like, there's little things like that I don't want to go back and delete video ever, unless it becomes flagged and it's content that YouTube says not appropriate. But there's that kind of stuff. So moving forward, all the new content, again, now there's 1,000 videos in my library. I don't think too many people are going back and looking for that kind of stuff. And so those are the safety precautions that we take today. We don't show where we live. We don't talk about their school. Technically, like legally, the names are a little different. Everyone knows their first names, but the last names is not publicly given. So things like that. That's really the only thing we can do at this point in time. I kind of try to think about like what do celebrities do with their kids? A little different, obviously, different scale, but
it's the same principle. Yeah,
absolutely.
Same principle and same like safety guidelines.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is interesting because this is actually one of the episodes where you actually are your job.
Yeah.
In different contexts, you know, me being a WordPress developer and a marketing guy, that's just a part of me, right? I play guitar, I play soccer, I love, you know, basketball and, you know, tons of music and stuff like that. So it's like, that's the other side of me. But it's really interesting in speaking with you, like in watching the videos and stuff. It's just like, this is you. This is your family. This is really what we do. And I think it's probably a blessing and a curse maybe at some time. You know what I mean? It's a blessing that you can actually monetize and make a career out of being 100% yourself, right? With no shtick or no, because, you know, knowing you in person and hanging out and stuff like that, what I see on video is exactly, you know, who you are. And but at the same time, like, is there ever any like work-life balance or separation type of things like the rest of us go through? You know, like I could be knee deep in developing a site and a project like I was last night until 11:30 at night, and Christina, my fiance, comes in and she's like, "Well, I guess I'm not going to see you today." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, "Damn it, I blew it." You know what I mean? And
right.
But you know, with you, it's sort of like where does the line kind of come?
Yeah. So obviously, before when I had a full-time job, definitely there was definitely that conflict. Again, it helps that my wife had a camera and she would get some clips in the morning of the kids going to school, because I was already at work by the time they got up to go to school. I was at work when they got home from school, so she would get those clips. But yeah, I mean, there was some days like last year where I had some really rough days at work, and I literally just wanted to come home, grab a beer, and hit the couch.
Yep.
Or, you know, get lost in a headset of video games, right? But it was like, oh, no, I got to punch back in for my other job. And because at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer, right? If you want to just bare bones and boil it down to what it is, I'm entertaining people with my life. It's a reality show, whatever you want to call it. And so as crappy as my day may be, I've got to somewhat kind of turn that on and be like, hey guys, so man, rough day. And like, I might talk about it a little bit, but you know, people aren't here for my crap. They're here for me, my kids, and whatever we're doing. Now, in the early days, I was so focused on entertaining and having these awesome videos, right? Our first year and a half, 2 years, it was like awesome adventures. We were camping, going water parks, dirt bikes.
Right.
You know, and when we didn't go anywhere, like when there was a day where we just sat around the house and we didn't leave the house, I apologized. I felt bad. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. Today's video is like 4 minutes. I suck. You know, I don't blame you if you unsubscribe. And everyone's like, shut up, dude. Like, it's real life. Like, not every day can be, someone said this, not every day can be awesome. And I totally use that term. And I coined that term. Like, not every day can be awesome, but it's our life. And, you know, our 3 out of 7 days that are awesome may still be better than the 1 or 2 that they get in a month, right? Again, a lot of kids watch our videos, and I get a lot of comments about like, wow, I wish my dad did stuff like that. I wish my family was like that. I wish I had a dad like you. Like, I get crazy.
It has to be like a little mind-blowing and like heavy
oh,
sometimes,
totally.
You know?
So I read the comments like that sometimes, and I'm just like, man, and then you know what that does? All it does is reinforce what I'm doing, and it becomes less selfish, where I'm like, you know what? I am providing value. I'm providing. This is what a family unit, you know, looks like. I won't say it should look like, because there's not one way for a family. Sure. But you know, this is what a happy family looks like in our world, and we're sharing that with people in the world. And yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, it gives me a sense of pride, and it reinforces what I'm doing to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, again, following along, it's just it's awesome. So let's switch gears a little bit here. I know that you're a sports fan. A little bit, right? Just a little bit. I see that you're out at almost every home game for the Cards.
We try. Here's the thing. I got my wife into it. That was the thing. I mean, my dad had season tickets for years, and so when my mom didn't want to go, he'd be like, "Hey, you want to go to the Cardinals game?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. I love live events. Doesn't matter what it is. Any sport. I don't even care if my team's playing. I love going to live. I love atmosphere, right? But 2 or 3 seasons ago, a friend of ours invited us to the Cardinals game. We bought tickets. My wife got the whole tailgating experience and was like, "This is awesome." And then you go into the game and you're all exciting because the game's starting. And you're like, yeah, go Cardinals! And so we went to like 4 home games in a row, and I got her hooked. Now she like Sundays are when the Cardinals are on. It's like we don't have any plans. The Cardinals are playing. I'm like, wow. She doesn't know who the players are. She doesn't know the positions. She doesn't know the game, but she just loves watching our team and root for our team.
Right. And you're an Arizona native, right?
I am. Yeah, we both are. We both been both
okay.
Based here.
So as is Christina, she went to school here in Tempe, but so it has to be kind of cool now that there's a good product to watch out there. I mean, because there was some lean years, right? When they were playing down the street here, at Sun Devil Stadium, there were some lean years, but now they're like fun to watch. And they got the short end of the stick this year. I mean, the injury bug,
crazy,
right? I mean, like,
crazy.
But listen, not every team can be Ohio State and win with their 3rd string quarterback, right?
Exactly. We tried. We tried.
We certainly did try. So aside from football, and so what else are you guys into as a family, or you, or?
Yeah, I mean, when I say I'm a little sports fan, like literally, it's just the home teams. Again, I don't follow sports in general. I like going to home. I like going to sporting events. So we'll go to D-backs games. We'll go to football games. We'll usually hit 1 or 2 Suns or Coyotes games just because it's something cool to do. Yeah. Again, do it for the vlogs.
Right.
For as far as like our passions, I grew up riding dirt bikes, living out here in the Arizona desert. I was like 12 or 11 when my dad bought our first like dirt bike for us to ride, and because he grew up racing in California, that's where my dad's from, and he raced his entire life. And my dad is still wicked fast at like 54, 55. He runs the veteran class and blows my mind. I was just talking to him real quick on a tangent. He just raced this last weekend on this desert race, which is like a 2-hour race.
Jeez.
And he told me like he crashed like 3 times in the same exact place because like it was like this silt, like powder, and it looked like it was flat ground, but there was like ruts. And he shows me his arms all chewed up like road rash, and I'm like, Pop, you're 55 years old, you can't like fall down and you'll break stuff like that, like. But he's so fast, like so awesome to watch. And so he got me and my brothers into it, and I raced in high school. I didn't play any high school sports. I raced at the local, dirt bike track.
Right.
And so 2012, Christmas 2012, 2011, I bought my kids dirt bikes for Christmas. And that's our most popular video. It's got like 9 million views almost.
Wow.
Or no, it's past 9 million views. It's almost got 10 views. But that's the video that kind of started everything, both our channel popularity and our hobby, where we ride dirt bikes. And though we don't ride as much as I'd like because of how busy our schedules are with kids playing sports and the weather temperament, and obviously in the summertime it's ridiculously hot to go outside. But yeah, we ride dirt bikes. The kids have dirt bikes. I had one that got stolen like in 2012, and so I don't have one at the moment. But the moment they can ride like 100% by themselves, they don't need me at all, I'm getting one, and we're gonna go.
That's awesome.
Balls to the wall.
That's awesome. And Arizona's a great place to do that. I mean, it's just so many places. I know so many friends who are riding.
Yeah.
Like all the time and stuff. No, that's very, very. It's cool that you can have the whole family do it too.
Yeah, and we joke about how we're gonna buy my wife a quad. Just an automatic. She's not to worry about shifting. Just sit your butt down and hit the thumb button and just keep up with us, right? We'll pack a lunch on the back with a first aid kit, and you're good.
It's sort of like the off-terrain golf cart.
Yeah, exactly. Or better yet, I said a quad. Because a quad you can actually like ride with us.
You're right.
But really like a Raptor, one of those full cage.
Like one of the Gators or something like that.
Yeah, where it's like 2 bench seats with a flat bed. Like that's what Mom can drive, because literally you just drive, sits in that and watch us.
I don't want to call that the minivan of.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think that.
That's right. So, what do you what YouTube channels do you like to check out? Do you have any of your favorite channels?
Yeah, oh man, it's so funny you mentioned this. I just went on a little tangent a couple nights ago. I've been so busy the last few months, I haven't watched hardly any videos at all. I subscribe to 274 channels.
Wow.
Which sounds, it is a lot, obviously that's a lot. Most of them produce content daily. Jeez. So it is very, very hard to keep up. And this is actually the paradigm shift that YouTube's in right now. The last year, 2 years, it's been subscribe, get as many subscribers as you can, because that's people who will watch your videos. And what's happening now is people are getting subscriber burn, as someone calls it, where I'll use me as a perfect example. I subscribe to 274 channels. When I log into YouTube, let's say right now, at the top of my feed is the most recent videos, and it goes down in chronological order, right? So right now, I'm going to see videos that were posted at this time, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., whatever. And I'm going to start going through and watching them. Well, if you don't post your video until, let's say, 4 p.m., and I don't watch videos until 10 a.m. the next day, all those other videos between 4 and 10 are going to push yours down. Yep. And if I don't have enough time to go all the way down, I may always miss your video unless I look for it. Right. And that's what's happening is like, you see people like, again, my channel, I have 72,000 subscribers, I think, right now at this moment. And my videos get an average of 10,000, 13,000 views, right, within a few days. And so there's a huge gap there. Like, where's that other 50, 60,000 subscribers that I have, right? Yep. And it comes down to time. Yep. They have a choice when they sit down. Everyone has their favorite YouTubers and whatnot, and you kind of have to pick and choose who you have time. Like, I know I've got an hour. Okay, daily vlogs are like 10, 12 minutes usually on average.
That's like 5 shows. Exactly.
You have time for 5 videos. Yeah. And so how do you pick and choose, right? You have your favorites, and then just whatever thumbnail catches your eye.
Right.
So yeah, I have a lot of subscriptions, and I sat down the other night. I sat for 4 hours. I just sat down and binge watched, and I caught up on a bunch of channels, and I still didn't get through all the videos for that day. Gee. It's insane. And so I watch a lot of daily vloggers like myself. Because I've become like friends with them, and we actually know each other. So it's, again, kind of checking in with your friends. Yep. But also for inspiration, because I'm very much a sponge when it comes to creativity. I'm not a trailblazer by any means. I do take risks, but I'm more of like, okay, I've seen someone else do it. I'm pretty confident that I can do that too, right? Once I know that it's 100%, well, it doesn't have to be 100%, but as long as I know that it's somewhat of a safe bet, yep. I'm cool jumping out of the plane, right? It's kind of one of those things. I know people can do it, so I can do it.
Right.
And so I watch a lot of daily vlogs for inspiration as far as like what I like, what I don't like. I definitely have a unique editing style. I'm fast paced. I don't like the long takes. I cut myself out of my own vlogs a lot because as you may have noticed, I like to talk. And so I will sit here with the camera and I will talk for 3 minutes, and then I go to edit and I'm like, what the hell was I talking? I can cut this down to 30 seconds. Boom, cut rid of this crap. And but I don't know how to turn it off when I'm in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it makes it, sometimes it doesn't. But I just try to keep, the bottom line is if I'm sit back and I'm watching my video, which I do before I publish it, at any moment where my eyes start to drift or I start thinking about something else, I've lost my attention and it's me. I'm watching myself. Yeah. So what is it going to mean for you and the audience members? You know, so that's how I always try to frame my stuff up. So I watch other people's vlogs to recharge my creative batteries. Right. And so yeah, I mean, there's like the Daily Bumps, they're a daily vlogger family. Bama Chick 1101, another daily vlogger family. The Knife Nulls. Shay Carl, obviously the Shaytards, the granddaddy of them all, the one who kind of paved the way for daily family vlogs. They just hit 3 million subscribers, which is just mind-blowing. Wow. But yeah, those are the ones that come to mind. I have a lot of other ones that I watch too, that I know that are out there. But again, right now, I'm just so busy trying to get my world spinning that I'm not consuming a lot of content. Right. I'm creating content.
Do you ever watch any of the Kid President stuff?
I have in the past. Yeah, I haven't. Again, I haven't watched his stuff in a long time. But yeah, the funny stuff. That's the other thing too. Is like I have some subscribers. I subscribe to some like prank channels and the comedy stuff just because every once in a while you just need a good laugh. Right. And plus those are usually shorter videos. Those are 2 3 minute long videos. So it's really easy to consume. But honestly, for my fun, quick laughs, I've shifted gears to Vine. It's so easy now just to jump over to Vine. And 6 seconds, that's a punchline. Yeah. It's just nothing but punchlines. Yeah. And so that's where I get my quick laugh.
And if you miss it, it plays again.
Yeah, exactly.
So in wrapping up, if you had one kind of piece of advice for somebody to find happiness with their career or work-life balance, what would you impart on them?
In general?
Yeah.
Be patient, first and foremost. You have to be patient. Because it doesn't happen in the time frame that you wanted it to happen, don't give up. I people ask me like, did you ever think it would be this big? Yeah, I mean, I had aspirations for it to be this big that I could quit my job someday. I didn't think it would happen as fast because, like I was saying something last night in the live chat, it took me, I think, like 3 years to get my first 1,000 subscribers, 4 years to get my first 1,000 subscribers. Then I got my second 1,000 in another year. And then this last year has been, I don't know, 70,000. Like, right. So it's all a lot of, there's a lot of moving parts in any business, I assume, that you have to be patient. Don't look at the numbers. Obviously on YouTube specifically, there's analytics and there's numbers. Don't focus on the numbers. Focus on what you have control of. You don't have control of that. Don't worry about the stuff you can't control. Because if that stuff will eat you alive, man. I remember for a month I was so like addicted to analytics, and I'm like, how is he getting these numbers, and why are they getting so many more subscribers, and what's the secret sauce, and like and I was killing myself because then I wasn't producing good content. And that's what it comes down to, is whatever product, whatever service you're offering, focus on that and just do it the best you can possible. And obviously you get ideas from competition or from, like-minded businesses, but at the end of the day, you got to make it your own, and you have to be different. You have to stand out to be different. A lot of people, they compare me to Shay Carl and the Shaytards, like, oh, you're just copying Shay Carl. It's like all good things get copied at some point, sure. But if you pay attention, mine's a little different. Right. Not saying it's better by no means, but it's different. Right. And that's the difference between us and them, and you and them, and so, yeah, be patient and just stick to your own path and hustle. Awesome.
And then before I let you go and you tell us how we can keep, how everybody can find you out there, who would be a good guest that I should try to get on the show?
Ooh, that's a good one. Give me some thought. Give me some ideas of like what kind of people you're looking for.
I'm looking for anybody who's interesting, anybody who you think that we know because of what they do, and not so much of who they are.
What they do, but not who they are. Ooh, I got so many people I could. Well, there's a lot of YouTubers that are blaze the trail that I'm now on, going full time. But honestly, like. Someone who I really admire and I just think is a cool dude is someone like Josh Strebel, from Pagely, because I mean that dude he's made his own way. Pagely is doing phenomenal. I keep hearing Pagely from other spaces that I wouldn't normally think WordPress and think of Pagely. I think Josh Strebel would be a great guy to talk to just because he's an interesting dude. So chill and laid back. I'm so like all the time, and he's just like he's so chill and relaxed. Like every time I hang out with him, I'm always like, dude, hey.
Right. I'll talk to Strebel. He might be hard to extract information from. I'll have to get him talking.
Yeah, I know. Give him an espresso first.
Yeah, totally. So tell everybody how we can find you and how we can keep up with what you're doing on YouTube.
Yeah, my main YouTube channel is youtube.com/Clintus or Clintus TV. I have both URLs. Fancy that. Or I also produce gaming videos with my kids, as I mentioned earlier, youtube.com/ClintusGames. And then pretty much everywhere else, I'm just Clintus. So Twitter, Instagram, Vine.
And that's CLINTUS.
Correct. That is correct.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a blast. I had a lot of fun chatting with you, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Later.
Awesome stuff. So you can see that, sometimes you can be very, very close to, what you do, as a person and whatnot. And Clintus, as he coins himself as a YouTube entertainer, he's really out there, and knowing him personally and being around him in person, the videos that you see they're exactly who he is. And I think that everybody who sees this, listens to this, and knows Clintus would testify to that. So, Clintus, thank you so much for being an awesome guest. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing on YouTube or Podbean or iTunes. We really appreciate it. And if you have any feedback and you want to suggest guests for the show, please drop us a line. So you can contact us at info@morethanthecareer.com. Thanks for watching. Take care.